Hello and welcome to the course of Advanced Strength of Material. Now, in today's lecture, we have completed module 2, and now in today's lecture, we will see some of the problems. Will see some of the simple problem on rectangular, circular, and I section of the beam. So, the main formula we are using here is only the bending equation. On the basis of that bending equation, now in this lecture we will see some of the simple problems. Those are very likely to come in your semester exam. So so now let's start our lecture. So this is your seventh lecture of this course, and let's start. So here we will use the bending equation only. That bending equation which is given as m by I is equal to E by R is equal to sigma by y. This bending equation will be useful here, and we will use this equation to some simple problem to understand about the what is the theory of bending stress, and for different sections such as rectangular, circular, and I section of the beam. So first problem, let let us tell you let us first read the problem statement. That is, a steel plate of width 120 mm and of thickness 20 mm is bent into a circular arc of radius 10 mm, and they want that determined the maximum stress that is induced and the bending moment which will produce the maximum stress. Take E is equal to 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per millimeter square. So here what is given and what do we need to find out? Here width of the plate is given, and the plate is a rectangular plate, okay, because it is width and the thickness is given. So this width is given, that means B is given, that is 120 mm, and thickness T is given, and that is 20 mm. Now that is bent into a arc, so that means our radius of the curvature is also given. This is our R, or radius of curvature. So radius of curvature is 10 mm, 10 meter. Now what they want maximum stress, and the bending moment which will produce the maximum stress. So from the understanding of the bending stress, or from the understanding of the theory, we know what the maximum bending moment will be produced on the outermost layer. So that outermost layer will be at a distance from at a if this is a neutral this is a section and this is the neutral axis, then outermost layer, this is the neutral axis, means the axis which passes through its center of gravity, and the outermost layer will be this much, so this will be your y. So let us see the problem. So first we need to find out the moment of inertia. It's very simple, that moment of inertia about Na will be bt cube by 12. This bt cube we know this from the formula, and that is given by, that is come here, that is 8 into 10 to the power 4 millimeter to the power 4. Now radius of curvature, that is given as 10 meter. 10 meter means 10 into 10 to the power 3 millimeter. And Young's modulus, that is also given as 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per millimeter square. Now sigma max is the maximum bending moment induced, and m is the bending moment. So first we know the equation of the bending is m by I. The equation of the bending is m by I is equal to sigma by y, which is equal to sigma by y, which is equal to E by R. So now if we take only this part, only sigma by y is equal to E by R. If we take only this part, then from here we can find out the value of the sigma. That if we take only this part here, see, sigma by y is equal to E by R. From here we can write sigma is equal to E by R into y, when y is equal to, so equation 1 gives the stress at a distance y from the Na. Now stress will be maximum where? When y is maximum. So y will be maximum on the top layer or bottom layer, because that is our fundamental understanding about bending stress, that bending stress will be maximum at top and bottom layer. If this is neutral axis, so at the neutral axis bending stress is 0, and top layer and the bottom layer of the section will have the maximum bending stress, and that section, the distance will be t by 2. So distance from neutral axis will be t by 2, that is given by y max is equal to 10 mm. So here t, see here t is 20 mm, so t by 2 will be 10 mm. So now we can write sigma max is equal to E by R into y max. So if we put the values of E and R means our radius of curvature, and y max, then we got our first answer, that is sigma max will be 200 Newton per millimeter square. So that will be our first answer. Next, from the equation, again from this equation, again from the bending equation, if we take only these two part, m by I is equal to E by R, if we take only this part, then the equation look like this, m by I is equal to E by R. Now value of the I, we have find out here, that is 8 into 10 to the power 4 millimeter square, millimeter to the power 4. So now that would give us, now from here we can write m is equal to E by R into I. Now this this value of E, R and I, all three values are known. So if we put those values and if we calculate, then it m become 16 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per millimeter. That can be written as 1.6 kilonewton meter, and this is our answer for bending moment. So here we are explaining just one simple equation, and this simple equation, that is m by I is equal to E by R is equal to sigma by y, this simple equation has been used in this problem. So you can see that in each and every problem that we will be discussing here, some basic equation will be used, and this type of simple problems will very likely to come in your semester. So be very careful, and just we will just follow the problems that we are going to discuss next. So in the next problem, what is the statement first? So you have to pay good attention to the statement. If you can identify what is given and what are needed to be find out, then the problem is halfway done. So here what is the question? The question is calculate the maximum stress, that is maximum stress that induced in a cast iron pipe of external diameter 40 mm and internal diameter 20 mm. Means there is a hollow cast iron pipe, and now you have to find out the maximum stress, and the length is 4 meter, when the pipe is supported at its end and carries a point load 80 Newton at the center. So see what is happening. This beam is, or this pipe is, this is a hollow pipe, and this pipe is supported by supported as a simply supported beam, and it is the simply supports are at these two end, and it is loaded with a point load, that is 80 Newton point load is given at the center of the pipe. At that time, due to this load, what will happen? A bending stress will be generated inside the body. Now this bending stress we have to find out. Because why the bending stress we have to find out? Because we know that from the theory part, our theory part, that the pipes or any structure is mainly measured or mainly designed for maximum bending stress. So if it safe for our maximum bending stress, then it have to be safe for any other stresses. So just bending stress calculation is very important. So that's why here see how the problem is solved. First we have to find out what are given. We have external dia, that is capital D, 40 mm. We have small d, that is internal dia, that is 20 mm. And we have the length, that is 4 mm and 4 meter. So if we convert it in mm, that would be 4000 mm. And the point load is given, that is 80 newton. Now it is a simply supported beam carrying a point load at the center. So maximum bending moment will be where? Maximum bending moment will be at the center. How do you find this out? Because we know from the bending equation, we know from the bending moment diagram, this bending moment diagram, this we have studied in last semester. From that we know that bending will be like this, and so maximum bending we can see at the center. So maximum bending will be at the center of the beam, and the maximum bending moment will be WL by 8, WL by 4, sorry, WL by 4. This value, this maximum bending moment value, this come from the bending moment diagram. So you have to know, you have to remember those bending moment diagram values. And now the maximum bending moment diagram we know, that is WL by 4. So maximum bending moment, if we put the value of W and L, then the maximum bending moment will be 80 into 4000 by 4, that would give us 8 into 10 to the power 4 Newton millimeter. So bending moment will be 8 into 10 to the power 4 Newton mm. So that bending moment we have found. Now what do we need to find? We need to find the maximum stress induced. So for that we need to find out another thing, because we need to find out the moment of inertia of the hollow pipe. So moment of inertia, why we need to find out moment of inertia? Because from the bending equation, what we know, m by I is equal to sigma by y. Now we need to find out the maximum stress. So that can be found out by only one set of possibility, that is m by I is equal to sigma by y. Now m is given, m we just find out the m, that is 8 into 10 to the power 4 Newton mm. Now I should be the moment of inertia of the hollow pipe, and that moment of inertia will be given by I is equal to pi by 64 d to the power 4 minus capital D to the power 4 minus small d to the power 4. If we put the values, then what we can get? We can get that the moment of inertia will be 117,809.7 millimeter to the power 4. Now if we use the equation m by I is equal to sigma by y, and for maximum stress sigma y should be maximum, and y max can be given by d by 2. So y max is d by 2, where d is our capital d is our outer circle diameter, and that would be for 20 mm. Now if we put the values, here in the m by, so this equation for y max can be written like this: m by I is equal to sigma max by y max. Now from here we can write sigma max is equal to m by I into y max. If we put the value of all these terms, that would give us 13.58 Newton per millimeter square. That is our maximum shear stress that can be achieved, or that can be generated, when a point load of 80 Newton is applied to the center of a hollow pipe of length 4 mm or 4 meter. So that is the solution of this problem. So this is a advanced level problem, but it is also may come into your semester exam. So you should know about, first you should know about the bending moment equation. Here another thing is used, that is your maximum bending moment, and that maximum bending moment can be found out from the bending moment diagram that we have studied in the last semester. Now if you find it difficult uh, difficult about how to find out that bending moment diagram or bending moment from the bending moment diagram, then just try to remember it for simple supported point load case, for simple supported UDL case, for simple supported uniformly varying load case. So you have to remember. So you have to remember those maximum bending moment term. So because that maximum bending moment term will be directly used in this equation, in this bending moment equation, that is m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R. Now see here another example where the load is UDL. So see, UDL means uniformly distributed load. So a rectangular beam of 200 mm deep and 300 wide is simply supported over a span of 8 What what uniformly distributed load per unit meter the beam may carry if the bending stress is not to exceed 120 Newton per millimeter square. Here bending stress is given, here the dimension is given, that means y is also given, and the we need to find out the w only, or we need to find out the bending moment, and by that bending moment we need to find out the, from that bending moment we need to find out the value of the value of the UDL. So let us first understand one thing, what is given, that sigma max is given, that is 120 Newton per millimeter square, and then if sigma another thing is given, that is the section modulus, that is z is equal to bd square by 6. We know that is the section modulus for a rectangular section, and that would be our 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 into 10 to the power 6 millimeter cube, and the moment will be, and the bending moment for UDL case, bending moment will be W L cube by W L square by 8. So L is our 8 meter, so we can write W 8 square by 8, that would give us 8 W Newton meter, that would give us 8000 W Newton millimeter. Now this bending moment, this is the maximum bending moment, and this moment will be equal to our equation of the section moment equation, that is moment, or moment of resistance equation. Moment is equal to sigma max into Z, and that sigma max value is given, Z value we just find out, and m is equal to 8000 W. So W can be found out very easily from this equation, and the W is 30 kilonewton per meter. So that is how the problems are treated. So next we will see another example of uh, of a UDL case in which section modulus is used. Here what is the problem? A rectangular beam of 300 deep is simply supported over a span of 4 meters. So what we need to determine, same problem as previous, determine the uniformly distributed load per meter which which the beam may carry if the bending stress should not exceed 120 Take I is equal to 8 into 10 to the power 6 millimeter to the power 4. Here what is given? Here a rectangular beam is given, which is and the depth span, bending moment, moment of inertia. These things are given. Now we know that we know here that bending stress is given by the, or bending stress is given by the UDL, that is uniformly distributed load. So bending stress will be maximum where? Bending stress here B is not given. So bending stress will be maximum. So maximum bending stress should be found out by the bending moment diagram. So from the bending moment we know that where the bending moment is maximum, at that position only bending stress will be maximum. So for simply supported beam carrying UDL, the bending moment will be at maximum at the center of the beam. So maximum bending moment is 2W by 2W into 2, that is our 2W is 2W into 2 minus 2W into 1, that would give us uh, 4W minus 2W, that is 2W Newton per Newton meter. So also in this form also we can calculate the maximum bending moment, that is WL square by 8, and in the place of L square, in the place of L we can just put put 4, and if we calculate it we can find out that 2W Newton meter will be the answer for maximum bending moment. So this is for Newton meter. If we want to convert it to Newton millimeter, what we can get? We can get 2000 watt per 2000 W Newton mm. Now we can put this value directly into the section modulus equation, that is our moment of resistance equation. Bending moment is equal to sigma max into Z. Now Z is equal to I by Y max, and Y max is d by 2, that depth by 2, and depth is given by 300 mm. So Y max is 150 mm. So from that we can find out the Z. So we can put these values, this value of Z and M and sigma max in this equation, and we can write 2000 W is equal to 120 into 8 into 10 to the power 6 by 150. That would give us W is equal to 3200 Newton per meter. That is our answer. Next, for a I section, what we will do for a I section, just see this problem for I section. A rolled steel joint of I section has the dimension as shown in the figure. So dimensions are shown. If the beam of I section carries a UDL of 40 kilonewton per meter, run on a span of 10 meter, calculate the maximum stress produced by bending. So the maximum stress will be W is equal to, for that we need to find out the total load or UDL. So UDL is given by W is equal to 40 kilonewton per meter. So means 40,000 Newton per meter, and span is 10 mm, 10 meter. So moment of inertia about the neutral axis. This moment of inertia is the moment of inertia of the I section. So how the moment of inertia of the I section can be calculated? The moment of inertia of the I section is calculated by, first we need to calculate the moment of inertia of one part, then we can symmetrically then we need to calculate then we first this one part is calculated, then means first the moment of inertia of this whole rectangle is calculated, then these two rectangles are then these two rectangles are subtracted from the value, and by this we can find out the moment of inertia of this I section. That is what is done here. See, first 200 into 400 cube by 12, that is the whole moment of inertia of the whole rectangle. Now what we do, this is 10 meter, so 200 minus 10, that is our this depth, this inside depth, and into 360, this 20 is minus from here, 20 is minus, so 40 minus 400 minus 40 is 360, so that would give us 360 cube by 12. So if we calculate, we can get the moment of inertia value like this. And the maximum bending moment, here UDL is given, so in case of UDL, maximum bending moment will be W L square by 8, that is your maximum bending moment. And the maximum bending moment, now the maximum bending moment is given by M is equal to W into W L square by 8, that would be 4000 40,000 into 10 to the power 2 by 8, and the answer will be 500 into 10 to the power 3 Newton meter. So that would be 5 into 10 to the power 8 Newton mm. Now from the relation m by I is equal to sigma by y, from this relation what we can write, sigma is equal to m by I into y. So for the maximum bending stress, or for the maximum stress, sigma max is equal to m by I into y max. That would be if we put the values, if we put the respective values, that would give us 304.92 Newton per millimeter square. So this is our answer. So from these problems, one thing we can say, that using that simple bending moment equation, that is m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R, this equation, using this equation and our section modulus equation, that is m is equal to sigma max by into z, where z is the section modulus. These two equation, using these two equation, and the values of maximum bending moment for different cases, that is for simple supported beam in point load, for simple supported beam in UDL, this type of equation. And for example, again one condition can come, that is cantilever beam in UDL and cantilever beam in simply supported case. At this portion, if we know the values of maximum bending moment and bending equation and the section modulus equation, that is m is equal to sigma max into z, these three equations, these three part, if we know, then these problems are very easy to solve. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and we will discuss this topic, these problems in more detail in the live class session. So thank you.